Today is the last day of Diabetes Awareness Month, and Chris Hayres sat down with Chargers quarterback Philip Rivers to learn how he's helping to change the game for those living with type 1 diabetes.
We are nearing the finish line of Diabetes Awareness Month, and I know this is an important time for you, your wife Tiffany, and your whole family. Explain why.
I knew nothing about type 1, to be honest with you, until about 5 years ago, 6 years ago almost. Gunnar, our oldest son, was almost 5 and losing a little weight, which is obviously rare for a 5-year-old, and really lack of energy. He was the one that always wanted to throw another pass, throw another ball, run another route. We get him checked out, and his blood sugar was almost 700. And thankfully, the doctors were saying, thankfully you caught it when you did. That a lot of you don't know until they're almost in a coma. So we got it all squared away, but the diagnosis was type 1 diabetes.
There's a lot of misconceptions around type 1 diabetes too. 1.25 million Americans have it, but it's not diet or lifestyle. This is genetic, and you have insulin. You need insulin to essentially survive. So to be a parent of a child, when you got that news, what was going through your head and Tiffany's head?
Well, I think first you just go, what happened? How? How? Why? I think that's your first things. And then for me, it was as simple, just as a dad with a young boy, it was thinking about, is he going to have a finger prick every time we go play catch? Is he going to, it was all these things you're thinking of, wow, how life-changing it is.
Gunnar and I share this disease. I was diagnosed 10 years ago, and I was an adult. I can only imagine what it's like being a child because I was scared to death. 27 years old. I knew my life was going to change, and you have these thoughts like, oh, what's going to happen next? But to be a child, and yet alone be a parent of a child, that takes an extra gear. It's almost a 24/7 full-time job in and of itself.
I think the responsibility, the discipline, all the things that come with it, that he's had to practice those traits and virtues at such a young age. It's hard for an 11-year-old to say, I want to grab a snack. Well, with that, we got to get the right amount of insulin and do that. It's not just free for all when the kitchen's open, and kids, especially with having 8 siblings, a lot of sacrifice and toughness that's going to come with it. He's building a lot of that, and I think he's taught us a lot, and his brothers and sisters.
You talk about the advancements in type 1 diabetes, and it's people like you and Tiffany that are reasons for that. Change the Game. You guys launched this campaign on World Diabetes Day. Explain what Change the Game is.
We want to continue the progress that's being made. You can find more about it at thehermosa.com. A great friend of ours and my wife, Tiffany, started this company. I think it's an awareness. Yeah, we're going to raise funds and like crazy and find a cure, because there is no known cure, and there's really no known cause exactly why. You know it's an autoimmune, genetic something. So we want to find that, but I think it's an awareness. People don't understand what it is and what it means, that you're checking blood sugar constantly. You're living it. Yeah. But the insulin, all that comes with it, it is a constant deal.
You are the epitome of NFL toughness, right? 220 consecutive starts on Sunday. When you look at what Gunnar does on a daily basis, how does the definition of toughness change in your eyes?
Seeing it from a young boy, seeing it from your own son in this way, it isn't, go out there and face on a linebacker or go on that. I'll battle and fight out there on a Sunday afternoon, and thankfully I've been out there for 220 in a row. But these kids, these young people that grow with this, they're fighters and inspire us all.